Hi, this is Brendan from Sioka Ford Saturton, starting up my first video here today. It's Thursday, June 22nd, 2017. I'm going to start off today with our most popular selling vehicle, the Ford F-150, and specifically the XLT 302A F-150 is definitely by far our best selling vehicle here at the dealership. A lot of people love this truck, love the features that you get. I'm going to go over this truck today. And I will start down at the XL. I'll go over the STX, but I wanted to go over our most popular model here today. And this one's going to be silver. This is the 3.5 Ford EcoBoost. I think it's this truck right here. Yep, this truck does have remote start. The 302A comes standard with remote start. As you can see here on the key fob, you have the lock, unlock, and then here's the remote start. And there's the panic button. It is the switchblade key, so it stays tucked away when you're having it in your pocket. So the remote start the vehicle, and it's like this with all Ford vehicles. It's very simple. You press lock once, remote start twice. And as you can see, the truck started right up. Now, a little trick that is not in the book. Ford has, from the factory, they have remote start times. They have 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Whatever that's set to, when you remote start it like I just did, you do the same thing again, it'll double that time. So if you have it set to 10, it's going to do it for 20. If you have it set for 15, it's going to do it for 30. If for some reason you need to shut the vehicle off, whether you are not leaving the house as soon as you thought, or whatever reason it might be, to turn the vehicle off, you simply just tap the remote start button and you see the truck turned right off. So I'll show you how to double that time up so you guys can know how to do that. You go lock twice and do the same thing again, and it'll stay running, but it just doubled that time. So that's a cool little feature, cool little trick, and that works on all vehicles with remote start through Ford. Where I'm going to start you out is I'm going to start you out here on the window sticker. As you can see, 2017 Ford F-150 4x4 Super Crew. Super Crews definitely outsell extended cabs in today nowadays. It's a 145-inch wheelbase, so it's the 5.5 foot bed, which is standard on the 4-door. You can get a 6.5 foot bed, but a lot of those trucks aren't. We don't get a lot of those trucks because a lot of those trucks are not customer favorites because they are a pretty long truck to drive around all day, every day. As you can see, it has a 3.5 liter V6 EcoBoost with auto start stop. It has the electronic 10-speed transmission, which is brand new for 17. Exterior color, ingot silver, and then because this is the XLT Sport Appearance, it has the black sport with the console in it. Okay. As you can see, here's all your standard equipment up top here: interior, exterior, functional, safety, and warranty. Down here is where all the goodies are. This is where your option list is. As I mentioned, this is a 302A. Okay, that's going to be the most popular selling XLT, also the best leasing XLT that there is. And the stuff that you see: XLT series, box link, camera, satellite radio, remote start, reverse sensing, Sync 3, inverter outlet, power sliding window, rear window defroster, and LED box lighting. One thing that people aren't aware of that these trucks have heated seats. The 302A comes standard with heated seats. They don't list it anywhere here on the sticker, but it does come with it standard, so just keep that in mind. Down here we have your optional equipment. We have the 3.5 EcoBoost. We have the electronic 10-speed, which is standard, but Ford is making an upcharge for that. 355 rear, no charge, 7,000 gross vehicle weight rating, select shift transmission, California emissions, Pro Trailer backup assist, voice activated nav is $795, and this has the max trailer tow, which is $1295, which comes with a 36-gallon extended range tank, trailer brake controller, and power fold mirrors, or power mirrors, not power fold. This does have the FX4, which gives you skid plates and a little FX4 badge there on the back, as well as a little better front tube shock. This has Sync Connect, which is the ability to start the vehicle from your smartphone. And it has the auto start stop, which we'll go over in the truck with you. And also, too, an option here, this has the XLT Sport Appearance Package. One thing I want to point out, standard on the 302A is the Chrome package. If you want to go for the Sport, there is an upcharge of $300. That deletes all the Chrome. As you see, nothing's Chrome. The only Chrome on the truck is that exhaust tip right there. But the wheels, the running boards, the back bumpers, front bumpers, everything's painted to match. So whatever the color truck is what the bumpers are going to be. Okay. As you can see here on this column here, there's your base price, total options, vehicle, destination. What they do for discounts, and what they do is they take the sport package, XLT luxury sport package, and they discount it $2 grand. So what you do is you take this number right here, you pay for it, but then they knock $2,000 out of it here at the end for you. Okay. Same with the navigation at $500. You see it has navigation here at $795. They take $200 out, or $500 out at the end. Total of $2,500 savings. Brings you down to your baseline MSRP of $51,265. This is about what the XLT Super Cruise run with the 3.5. They run on either side of 50. Some of them can get up to about 52, 53 as far as pricing goes. As you can see, fuel economy 17 city, 23 highway, 20 combined. And it goes over all the crash star ratings and everything like that. First ever full-size truck to get a 5-star crash rating. Very, very important. Very nice. Hats off to Ford for that. First ever full-size truck to get a 5-car overall vehicle rating from the government. As you can see, 40 years, F-Series best-selling truck. And they're on pace to do 1 million trucks this year, so it'll be really cool if they get to see that, okay? So I'm going to take you around to the inside here. I'll go over the outside with you last. You see you have the door pad key code right here. That's part of the 302A. So once you remote start a vehicle, it's very simple. What you do is you just get in the vehicle. As you can see, it says here to drive, turn key on. So what you do, just so you guys can see this here, put the key in, and all you do is you just turn it. And that's okay. These are electronic starters now, so you don't have to worry about grinding starters anymore. Okay, you turn it, it's not going to do anything, okay? Straighten this out so we can see the center screen here. As you can see, here's your gauge cluster. This is standard on XLT. The smaller 4.2-inch screen, there's the Lariats and up have a real nice big screen. I'll go over that in the future. But as you can see, you have oil pressure, coolant, gas, and then your trans temp gauge, okay? And you see you have your odometer there. This particular screen is the off-road status. Basically what that means is when I turn the wheel, as you see, those numbers move. It also tells you the angle of the truck like this as well as like this. So there's not a whole lot in here, but it's mostly just display stuff that you're going to see in this screen. Like you have a tripometer, you have 2 trips, you have a fuel economy screen, instantaneous fuel economy is in the center, your distance to empties on the right, fuel history, compass, auto start stop, back to your trip. You have different towing statuses when you have a trailer connected, which is really cool. You can actually see when trailer bulbs are out or there's an issue with the brakes or an issue with connection. Settings and everything from Ford is pretty much, I don't ever recommend customers to really mess with these settings because they're already set to what you're going to want. Obviously you want rear park gate on. Advanced settings, the only one I recommend changing here is if you want to extend the remote start time. Like I mentioned, you can do this under duration. This one's set to 15, so when I double tap that truck would run for 30 minutes remote start. If by chance you forget about it or you're running a little late, the vehicle's not going to run all day. It will shut off for you. So you can change that. I'll put it back to 10 because that's the most common one that I typically see. So like I said, as far as all the settings go, it's really no need to change anything unless you want to view a different system for miles per gallon. You want to view liters per gallon or whatever the other adjustments are. You have full steering wheel controls here in the XLT. These arrows here control that center screen I was just on. You have your normal cruise control. There's nothing fancy there. You have your audio control, your volume, as well as your forward back for preset. And this changes your sources. You have a mute button for the radio, accept the call, end the call, or ignore a call. And then you have your voice command button for the sync system. All right, there's your Sync 3. Right here, as you see, this has navigation. There's no subscription service to the navigation. You just pay for it when you buy the truck. There's nothing, no upcharge or anything like that. As you can see, this is a really nice system. It's very simplistic that they did. They made it real nice. The My Ford Touch had an awesome look to it, but very slow and very glitchy. Sometimes you'll push a button, it would take a couple seconds for it to respond, which is this. You just barely tap my finger on it and it goes. Okay, you have AM, FM. You also have, with all new Fords, you have Sirius satellite if it's capable, Sirius satellite radio free for 6 months, and you have your Bluetooth once you pair up your phone. There's your navigation. One thing that I love about the navigation is they made it so simple to go to a destination. There's literally 2 buttons you press. You press destination, search, boom. There's your search screen. Okay, so as soon as 2 buttons versus The My Ford Touch, you had to go through, you had to enter your city, then your address, and then what, you know, it was just it would take you literally 5 minutes to put an address in. So they made it very simple. I'm not going to go too much into detail on the Sync 3. I'm going to save a separate video for that, because all vehicles that have the Sync 3 all do the same thing. Okay, they're all going to function the same exact way. There are certain ones that have a climate button in here that allow you to actually control the climate button up here on this, or control your climate through the screen. This particular truck doesn't have it. All you have is the manual knobs down here. More of the up-level trims like the Lariat or like the up-level Fusions, up-level Escapes, Explorers, stuff like that, you can actually do that through the screen. I'm going to save that for another time. I'm going to do one video that's strictly Sync 3. I'll find one that has all the features in it so I can go over all of them in one shot. So I'm not going to touch too much further on the Sync 3, but it's a very nice system. I love it. You see you have some buttons up here. You have a hill descent control, 20 miles an hour or less down a hill. This will, if you push this, it'll maintain your speed for you. You have a traction control button, hazard. This right here is the new scary feature that no one likes. It's called the auto start stop. And the reason I say this, on a test drive, it scares a lot of people. Sometimes or people that have a rental car that has it or something. You come to a stoplight or a stop sign in your vehicle, and after a few seconds, it completely turns off. And if you're not used to the feature, it kind of freaks you out a little bit, like what the heck happened. What this is, and you're going to start seeing a lot of cars have this on. They're being pushed to have this. What that is it's a gas saver, but more importantly, it's an emission saver, especially if you're in a lot of traffic or you're sitting at a light for an extended period of time. When you come to a stop, the vehicle will shut off. Your AC stays working, your radio stays playing. If you have your headlights on, your wipers going, all that stuff stays working, but the vehicle isn't running. What it is, as soon as your foot starts coming up off that brake, the engine immediately fires back up. As soon as your foot gets to the gas pedal, there's no delay, there's no glitch in that technology. Doesn't do it all the time. If your battery level's not 100%, it'll keep the truck running to charge it. If it's a cold start, if the engine's not up to operating temperature, it won't do it. If you have your AC on max or the fan going real high, or in the wintertime the fan going real high with heat, it's not going to do it then either. So it won't leave you stranded. If you don't like the feature, you simply push it and you see it goes to off. Each time you get in the truck, it's going to be back on. Okay, so if you want to turn it off, you have to click it up each time. But after a period of time, customers have gotten used to it. They really don't notice it anymore. So it just takes a few weeks to get used to once you take delivery of the vehicle. As you see with the F150 XLT 302A, there's your heated seat button, like I mentioned to you. That's not on the sticker, but it does have it. High, medium, low. You have your fan adjustment, your vents, power, rear defrost, as well as it also does the heated mirrors as well. Circulation button, passenger heated seat, and then your AC, and then you have your temperature knob over here. Okay, with the 302A Sport appearance, you do have the center console standard as well as the shifter. Okay, they do a chrome package with the center console, but the shifter is going to be up here on the column. It's not going to be down here. Okay, the Sport package XLT gives you the center console shifter with the select shift transmission in the M mode. Okay, and you have your cup holders here on the chrome package, and like I said, the shifter is not here. If it has a console, there are additional. I think it's additional storage here. Basically, it's just a tray here that's instead of the shifter. Because the XLT Chrome package is standard with the bench seat, which has the flip down seat, okay? And as you can see with the Sport package, you do get the black cloth, Sport cloth, which is really cool. Everything is black on the doors, all the door panels. There's no like the gray or anything like that. Here's your inverter outlet, which is your house type of plug. It's up to 400 watts, and you have a 12 volt here. This storage tray right down here in the bottom, you have your 2 USB charging ports. Okay, here's your Pro Trailer Backup Assist, which is you can program up a trailer, and you can actually use this to control the trailer, and the truck steers for you. It's counter steers or whatever it's got to do. Basically, you just look in your mirrors, you point this bad boy where you want it to go, and the truck does the steering for you. And then here's your trailer brake controller down here at the bottom. Here's your 4-wheel drive switch. You have 2 high, which is just your normal driving. You have 4 high, and then 4 low, and then you have your electronic locking rear, which is what you pull out. You can turn it into 4 high from 0 to 55. So if you're driving 40 and you think you need to put in 4-wheel drive, it's getting a little snowy, you can click it right in. It's not going to hurt anything. It's meant to do that. As you can see with the center console, plenty of storage space. If you don't like this little tray, you can completely take that out. You do have cup holders here for the back passengers, and you have cup holders here up front for yourself. Here's your dome control lights. Here's your power back window button. So if I press that, I'll open up the back window, which is standard on the 302A XLT F150. You have retractable headrests, so if you want the headrest closer to your head, you can. Fully adjustable steering wheel, as well as it's leather wrapped because it's a 302A. So you have up and down. You also have telescoping, so if you want it a little closer to you, you can do that. Get this back up here. Headlight control down here in the bottom. You have automatics, headlights, parking lights off. You have your fog lights. LED box lighting, what that is there's lights in the back of the bed that will light up, so it helps you do your space at, or see your bed at nighttime, especially if you have a tonneau cover on. And here's your dimmer switch for the gauge cluster. You actually have two dimmer switches. You have a daytime. As you can see, these are lit up in the daytime. I can make them dimmer. And you also have a nighttime for when you put your headlights on at nighttime. When the gauge is dim, you can actually make them even dimmer. The Sync 3 is automatically set to reverse color at night. So where you see that it's blue, it's going to be black. So reverses color to make it a little more easier to see. It's not blinding you while you're driving when you look at it at nighttime. And it also, this is light sensitive. So even if I put the headlights on, okay, I turn the headlights on, this doesn't go dim on me, and neither does the gauge cluster. This is all light sensitivity. So at nighttime, they will automatically do this stuff. So if it's a cloudy day, or you want to have your driving lights on, or if you have your wipers going, but it's not dark enough to make these go dimmer, you can actually do that, and you can still see your screen, everything correctly. Okay, let me show you the back seat on these Super Cruise. Like I said, the Super Cruise definitely outsell all other trucks. Everyone loves them for the family. As you can see, you have a full back seat. You also have a folding. The bottom also folds up. Sorry guys, it's getting a little bit blurry. I'm not really sure why. Clean the camera off. I think it's trying to focus. I hope you can see everything okay. With all trucks that have the center console, that don't have the flip down seat, you do have a 12 volt, you do have two USB charging ports for the back passengers, and this is on the extended cab too. It doesn't have to be necessarily a Super Crew. All trucks have the center console. As you see, you could also get the back vents, and you do have an additional outlet back here as well, just like the one up front, okay? You see there's your power back window, there's your rear defroster grid. What's really cool that Ford's developed these headrests, if no one's back here, you can actually click these down to give you better visibility out of the back windshield. These back windows aren't as tall as they used to be. They're pretty short, so having this up, you only have a few inches of looking out the back window. So if no one's back here, you can click these down, no problem. This side also folds up, so as you can see, when you fold these up, you have plenty of space to lay stuff back here, as well as a little cubby storage tray to keep some valuables hidden. All Fords now have been this way for some time. The capless fuel system, there's no gas cap. You just stick the nozzle in from the pump, start pumping your gas. Another really cool feature of these trucks is, hey, the sun is making this really bad. Holy cow. Come on, focus. Focus. There we go. Okay, now I got it. These tailgates now, what they do, they lock with your remote. So when you press lock on your remote, tailgate locks. When you press unlock, it does it as well. Okay, so when you press unlock on your remote, it will unlock for you. See, there's actually physically no more place to put a key anymore. It's actually where the key would be is actually now the rear camera. The 302A also has these LED light right here. This is real bright at nighttime, lights up this area nicely. So if you have to hook up a trailer, or you just need to see this area, whether you need to lower the spare or anything like that, you have a little spotlight here. You have a full locking spare. It actually uses the key for the truck to pull this out, so you can put the rod in to lower the spare up, because they have a full spare, so it secures it so no one will steal it. Full trailer connections already wired, 7-pin on the top, 4-pin on the bottom. You see you have your backup sensors right here in the bumper, and then there's your trailer hitch. Another cool feature about these trucks is when you put it in reverse, and when the camera comes up, there's actually a dashed line on the camera that moves with your steering wheel. So if you're backing up to a trailer that you have to turn into, the black dashed line actually moves with where your hitch is going to go. So that helps you really hook up real nicely. Kind of eliminates the need to have a trailer spotter, because you have a camera and it's showing you where your hitch is going to go. Actually, I'll show you that right now so you can see what I'm talking about. So if I put it in reverse, you can see this black dashed line right here, okay? You see when I turn the wheel, see how that turns with it? That's in line with your hitch. So basically, you almost eliminate the need to have a spotter. I mean, you still can, but if you don't have one, you're able to manage the backing up a trailer without worrying about running into the hitch and messing up the bumper. As I mentioned to you, when I hit lock, tailgate locks with it. Then I hit unlock. As you can see, it does that too. Okay. Some of these trucks have what's called a tailgate step. Hopefully one of the other ones I show you will. There's a step that's built into here that allows you to have easy access to the bed without having to crawl up and damage your knees. What else do I want to go over with on this truck? Has turn signals in the side mirrors, so that's kind of a safety feature when you're turning, so that someone across traffic knows that you're turning. I think that pretty much covers it. Definitely give me some comments as far as if it's my first actual walk around video as far as what I did. Give me some comments, see what you're thinking. If there's anything that I missed that maybe you want to see or you want me to go over with you in further detail, I can definitely do that for you. Next truck I'm going to do is I'm going to do the STX, because that's our next best-selling truck. And from there, I'll go through all the other trim levels. I'll work my way up from there. Like I said, I'm starting up with the F150s. I'll lock this up. I'll head back into the store. Like I said, I'm starting up with the F150s because, as you can see, we have trucks that go all along here. A lot here in the front yard. All along the side against the trees over there. And then there's a few out back. We have probably about 60 to 80 trucks here in stock at any given point. We had over 100 a couple months ago, and we just sell them. People buy these trucks. They've gotten a little expensive, but people are still buying them. They definitely have the utility as far as that goes. So next truck I'm going to do, like I mentioned, is going to be the STX. This is one of the ones right here that I have. I'll probably maybe go over that so you can see the extended cab features. I'll do that be my next video, because that's our next best-selling truck. It's right now the best leasing truck through Ford. As I make this video, it's the best leasing truck. They have the best leasing incentives on them. As you see, here's a couple Lariats here as well. I'll be going over them at some point. They'll be after the they'll be after the XL, so they'll be my fourth video I make. I'll do the Lariats, then I'll do the King Ranch if we get one in, because I don't think we have one in right now. And then I have the Platinum. And then after that will be the Escapes. I'll do the Escapes because they're our next best-selling vehicle. They're our best-selling SUV. I'll do the Escapes. I'll go through all the trim levels and options on them. So let me go. Give me some comments. Let me know what you guys want to see or hear. Eventually, like I said, I'll do a Sync 3 video as well, so you can see how Sync 3 works. I'll do one that has all the features so that I can knock it out in one video, and that way you can watch it and you can see exactly how the Sync 3 works, because like I said, every vehicle that has Sync 3, it's going to do the same thing. Everything works the same way. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I'm going to upload this, and let me know what you guys are thinking.